Specific methods and techniques for nuclear radiation protection. Nuclear radiation protection instructions to protect life and health. With the continuous development of modern industry, agriculture, and technology, the radiation we face in our living environment is becoming increasingly diverse and complex. As one of the more dangerous radiation types, nuclear radiation has also received increasing attention for its harm to human health. How to effectively prevent the harm of nuclear radiation has become a current social issue of great concern to people. This article will explore specific methods and techniques for nuclear radiation protection from the following aspects, in order to ensure the physical health of the people. 1. Classification and characteristics of nuclear radiation. Nuclear radiation refers to the radiation generated by particles or electromagnetic waves emitted by unstable atomic nuclei of radioactive materials, including alpha, beta, gamma 3 types. Among them, alpha the particle is the particle with the largest energy, with high ionization capacity and weak penetration. Beta particles have both ionization and strong penetrating power, and gamma radiation has extremely strong penetration and ionization ability, which can directly penetrate the human body and cause great damage to the internal tissues of human beings. Therefore, for different types of nuclear radiation, we need to take corresponding protective measures to effectively reduce the harm. 2. Measures for nuclear radiation protection. Nuclear radiation protection measures are mainly divided into 3 levels: personal protection, environmental protection, and governance protection. The specific measures at these 3 levels will be elaborated on below. 1. Personal protection. Personal protection is the most basic level of protection and the primary key to comprehensive protection. In terms of personal protection, we need to pay attention to the following points. 1. Wear protective equipment such as protective clothing, gloves, and masks to reduce radiation damage to the human body. 2. Maintain local cleanliness. If radioactive substances come into contact with the skin or clothing, they should be promptly cleaned to avoid further contamination. 3. Avoid consuming contaminated foods such as dairy products. If necessary, it should be handled in a dedicated processing facility before consumption. 4. When entering or exiting contaminated areas, pay attention to safety distance and entry time restrictions. 2. Environmental protection. In terms of environmental protection, it mainly starts from the following 2 aspects. 1. Air filter. For areas that are contaminated during operation, filters should be installed to ensure air quality and ensure that contaminated air does not circulate indoors or outdoors, causing secondary pollution to spread. 2. Environmental testing. Regularly inspect the location or geographical location to ensure that the radiation values are within the normal range. If they exceed the standard, immediate measures should be taken to limit the scope of activities in the short term. 3. Governance and protection. In terms of governance and protection, we need to take the following measures. 1. Regular treatment of industrial waste. For large enterprises and chemical plants, the discharge of industrial waste and radioactive substances should be strictly limited, and timely treatment should be carried out to prevent long-term harm to the environment and people. 2. Construction of protective barriers, such as deep wells, water pits, and other protective facilities. Scientific layout of protective barriers can block pollutants from groundwater, underground gases, and other directions, effectively reducing the scope of radiation hazards. 3. Carrying out child protection. Because children's bodies are very delicate and more susceptible to nuclear radiation hazards, more attention should be paid to their radiation protection. For example, conducting protective education in schools and creating safe areas. 3. Nutrition supplementation. Silently protecting the body's instincts behind the scenes. Defending against nuclear radiation attacks not only requires proper protection of the living environment and personal protective measures, but also maintaining good physical condition. For this reason, we also need to pay attention to the related issues of diet and health. 1. Supplementing foods rich in calcium and iron. Foods rich in calcium and iron can help the body resist radiation hazards and effectively reduce the accumulation of radioactive substances in the human body, such as milk, fish, lean meat, etc. 2. Eating vegetables with high levels of carotenoids in moderation, such as carrots, persimmon peppers, and pumpkins, are important sources of vitamin A and help enhance radiation resistance. 3. Eat more fruits rich in vitamin C, such as lemons, tomatoes, grapefruit, etc. Rich in vitamin C can accelerate the body's metabolism and reduce the chances of residual radiation in the body. 4. Summary. Protecting against nuclear radiation, from individuals to the environment to governance, requires attention. Master the types and characteristics of nuclear radiation and adopt corresponding protective measures. From a gaseous environment to a healthy diet in daily life, there must be a scientific nutritional balance to ensure physical health. When dealing with nuclear radiation hazards, it is even more necessary to comprehensively improve the public's awareness level and protective skills, in order to safeguard the safety of the people's lives.